Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to DOdaily. It's Des here. Who's ready for a Wednesday workout? For some midweek motivation to do all those things to keep us going, keep attacking the situation, make the most of this absolutely amazing weather. And whilst it's not red hot, it's really nice to be out and about. As ever, try to encourage participation in the Wednesday workout challenge, or encourage Wednesday workout, in some shape or form, just to keep people on top of the week, on top of whatever's going on in their busy lives, to keep us feeling positive and looking forward. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Before we get going, I'd just like to say, if you take anything from today's episode, please subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up if you like it, and please do share if you can. It's important for me to keep building this channel, to keep showing people what I'm doing, just trying to sort of keep the positivity levels high. And whilst we've all got difficult things to deal with, really got some of those right now. I've mentioned those over the last few days on DOdaily. It's important for me to keep doing what I do, keep encouraging people, keep sort of instilling that bit of positivity to get us active, healthy, put us in the best possible position should anything go wrong. So if you can support, that'd be absolutely fantastic. What I'm going to talk about today is the current Do Running Wednesday Workout Challenge. Give you a bit of an update on that, but also sort of explain why, not so much why it's important, we've done that quite a lot over the preceding Wednesdays. Talk about the false narrative we sometimes tell ourselves, and the limitations we put on ourselves and expectations. And that'll all become apparent through what I've got to say, about what's actually happening during the challenge. The challenge itself is 10,000 steps a day, last man standing. So whilst it's open to lots and lots of people, it's not about one particular activity. It's not about walking. It's not about running. It's about just getting it in, finding ways to stay active, to stay on top of whatever you're doing. Whether it is sort of structured activity, whether it's errands to the shop or or to school or wherever. It's just about sort of monitoring those steps to try and keep activity high. What I will say, what a fantastic effort so far. We started last Monday, whilst it is a Wednesday workout challenge, we started on a Monday. Great place to start, isn't it? Always talk about sort of attacking the week and getting off to a flyer. And between 25 guys, we've managed 3 million steps, which is absolutely superb. The Monday just gone, so the 8th day, we've now recorded 9 days, was the highest total, nearly 400,000 steps in one day. So again, a fantastic way to sort of hit this week. Be really interested to see how that transpires, see if that gets people doing a few more than normal. Whilst it's not about doing as many as you can, it's great to monitor that. Of course, the challenge is just to hit the 10,000 mark, move forward, to the next day, knowing that you've ticked that one off, you've completed it, and you're almost through to the next round. Out of those 25, 24 are still in the competition. Call it competition, it's a challenge, but 24 are still in, competing to be the last man standing. And whilst there is a little bit of focus on last man standing, what I really want to sort of speak about today and sort of highlight is the fact that the challenge is about yourself. It's about hitting that 10,000 mark. While some people do epic numbers, and it's great to see, they're really inspiring guys, it's just about getting through to that next stage. Like I say, hitting that 10,000 mark, because once you've done that, you've done a good amount of exercise. I spoke a good few weeks ago about the reasoning behind 10,000 steps, and the reality is there's no significant reason in terms of health. It was just what the Japanese could manage to fit on the first pedometer, so what I really want to sort of go into is, whilst that's important, hitting that mark, it gives us a benchmark to reach and attack, Do you know, lots of people already, do you know, particularly the people who wasn't involved in the challenge before. Some of the guys did a similar challenge throughout Lent, where we was asking them to hit 10,000 steps a day. Do you know, some of them just struggled a little bit, just mentally. I'm not having a go at anyone, not having a pop. I can completely understand that. All of a sudden, there's a number to hit every day. The guys who did the previous challenge have kind of got stuck into it, realised that this is what they're doing, created that habit. One of the reasons for creating the challenge was to create good habit and routine. But the reality of that number again is, if that was 5,000, it would still be difficult for some to hit. People put limitations on themselves when they really don't need to. Do you know, the challenge is about one day at a time, moving forward. Do you know, and whilst people are looking at who's going to be the last man standing, that's the intention long term. Do you know, there's lots of little things we can take from it along the way. And like I say, one of them, the most important thing, is to create that good routine and habit. Those sort of struggling a little bit are just managing to scrape over, which is fantastic, absolutely fantastic, because that's all it takes, like I say. But that number could be anything. Do you know, it could be 5,000. What if it was 15? Do you know, you'd still be in the same position trying to scrape over that line. And all that really boils down to is self-belief, telling yourself, giving yourself the false narratives, telling yourself you can't do something because you've not done it before. And that's absolutely not true, isn't it? We're all capable of absolutely anything. Do you know, anything we believe in, we can reach for, we can strive to achieve. And whilst some people might go, oh, that's a bit woo-woo, do you know, that's a bit bullshit. It's absolutely not, is it? I'll tell you something, do you know, and I've heard this story this week, but I know quite a lot about it anyway, because it actually happened on my birth date. So in 1954, Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile. Really, really famous. It actually happened on May the 6th. That's why I've always had a bit of an interest in it. That's the same birthday, same date as my birthday. So of course we look these things up out of interest, historical events. Roger Bannister completed that under 4-minute mile in 3 minutes 59.4 because he really, really believed it could happen. My point in telling you this is everybody around him, do you know, people in white coats were saying he was crazy, and some people was even saying that if he managed to achieve that, if anybody managed to achieve that, their heart would explode. Top GPs at the time, medics and those kind of people, saying that it was actually impossible for the human body to run a 4-minute mile. He went and did it, proved everybody wrong. Do you know, really sort of set out on that goal to prove everyone wrong and do it for himself. But the most sort of intriguing part of that is within 2 years, 300 people had achieved the same feat. And that's staggering, isn't it? Because all that is self-belief. In 2 years, do you know, humanity doesn't evolve. People don't get stronger and physically, and do you know, it happens over hundreds, millions of years, hundreds, thousands, millions of years, do you know, for humanity to evolve. So man didn't change that much, do you know. We didn't, lung capacity was probably the same, and physique and sort of body structure, do you know, but it just shown once somebody did it, do you know, it's shown that so many more went ahead and believed they could do it too. And that's really, really interesting, isn't it? I thought that was worth sharing today. Do you know, there was a time when putting a man on the moon would have been unrealistic, and it really would, wasn't it? Because imagine in the early 19th century, before even aeroplanes was about, and the Wright brothers had their sort of ideas of flying, do you know, it would have been really really unrealistic to think that they put a man on the moon. Do you know, they probably did it with less technology than I've got in my hand at the moment. Do you know, they took the rocket all that distance, you know, all that way to the moon, landed it and then brought it back again, like I say, with very limited technology. But the Russians believed in it, didn't they? Neil Armstrong believed in it, and they got there. Do you know? And that's what I'm kind of saying, guys. When you're looking at the challenges and what your possibilities are, do you know, it's not difficult sometimes. It's more about self-belief. Do you know, putting a limitation on yourself, thinking that this is all you can do. I'm definitely not having a pop at those who are sort of just hitting the mark. Absolutely incredible effort to do it every day for 9 days now. Do you know, it's starting to create that habit. I read something once that if you do something 10 times, it's fantastic in creating that habit you need to take forward, you know, and it makes you do it time after time. So hopefully today is day 10. That makes you that's already put the habit, created the habit, you know, planted it firmly in your mind, and you start attacking it with a little bit more purpose, a little bit more self-belief. Because like I say, that false narrative of you can't do it, you know, you absolutely can. And the reason we do these Wednesday workouts, the reason we do a challenge, the reason I'm talking about being active through the Closed Do Running Facebook group, I've set a smaller challenge of planking every day, trying to build up again, just to sort of raise that bar a little bit, raise those expectations of herself, do you know, because it's all down to herself at the end of the day, isn't it? What other people do and say is up to them. Do you know, what other people believe? Do you know, we can all find excuses, we can all find external excuses not to do something, but really everything comes from the inside, doesn't it? Do you know, when we say we're going to do it, do you know how many times has somebody said, I want to give up smoking, or I want to lose weight? Do you know, I did it myself. I did it for years and years, saying I want to lose weight, I want to run a half marathon, I want to get into my running. Never happened because I wasn't in the place to believe it. Eventually, through whatever reasons, well documented reasons, through previous DOdailies, I found that inner belief, that determination just to go and do these things. And I keep pushing myself sort of day in, day out, you know, really attacking different things, setting myself challenges, and that's why I do it. It's not because I'm trying to be smart or clever or better than anyone else. It's because I need to do it for my own reasons, you know, for my own sort of positivity, determination, to get some satisfaction out what I'm doing. Do you know, I mentioned a lot. I've got a lot going on right now, a lot to sort of concern myself with, a lot to worry about. But by doing these things, they keep me ticking over. They keep me going in the right direction. I'll just finish on a slightly lighter note by saying I'm out at the moment. If anybody watched last Friday's episode, I was walking the second part of the Robin Hood Trail from Woolerton Hall to Bramcote Hills Park in Nottingham. Do you know, I'm following this trail on a Friday morning for Wake Up to Walk. Made a bit of a botched job of it, to be honest. I took the wrong route on several occasions, so I've had to come back and do it. I didn't have to, I wanted to, just something with inside me. Do you know, if I'm going to complete this challenge, if I'm going to do it properly, I've got to walk the exact route, do you know? So I'm back here today, enjoying, knowing where I'm going, enjoying the amazing sort of trail paths, and took some great pictures, do you know, because I really want to do things properly and enjoy what I'm doing, get the absolute most from it. Just another example of that, do you know? And like I said, whilst I don't have to do it, really sort of want to do it, do you know? Kay's out for a run with a friend, do you know, they've gone in a different direction, and I'll meet them at the end, do you know? So it just ticks all those boxes. I can't run, so why not go and do this, do you know? Why not get out on a Wednesday, do something with purpose and intention, to let all those stresses and worries just sort of fall away, even if it doesn't happen completely, and even if it's just for a short time. Do you know, it's just about getting out there, getting in plenty of activity, finding some midweek motivation from wherever you can. Hopefully the story about Roger Bannister, do you know, aiming for that 4-minute mile, do you know, just a reminder that anything's possible. So don't put any limitations on yourself. If you're struggling today to get those steps in, do you know, just keep going, just keep working at it. Don't think of the long-term picture, do you know, as the man on the moon said, one small step for man, one large step for mankind. So it's about taking those small steps, getting through it bit by bit, and before you know it, we're achieving great things, and potentially with that last man standing, however long this challenge is going to be, it's all just to keep everybody active, healthy, and as I always say, really, really positive. Have a great day, guys. Really sort of enjoying my walk today, so I'm gonna crack on. Like I say, please like, share, subscribe. If you know anybody that'll get anything from it, please share it with them too. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Until Thursday Thoughts, keep posting your questions. I'll be live at 6 p.m. tomorrow, answering absolutely anything you want to throw at me, whether it's about what I've said today, about motivation, about coronavirus, about activity, injury, absolutely anything. The way I'm feeling, I'll be more than happy to answer that. So until then, post on any of the comments, any of the videos, I'll pick those up and I'll do my best to answer it with as honest and relatable as I can. Just doing it.